Hello, my friends, and welcome to Tangle Time Arts. This is Nana Heron, and I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And this month, we're working our way through Inktober Tangles, but put together by Stephanie Jennifer. She put a lot of work into this, so big shout out to Stephanie. Every day, we get to learn a brand new tangle together. If you haven't already done so, I have the link in the description, and you can click on that to get a copy of the handout. And in it, she lists all the tangles day by day. And for day 6, we are going to be looking at Bahn by Midori Furuhashi. And this is a twisty, curvy, um, kind of interwoven, almost Celtic type of tangle. And we're going to break it down um, so that it's easier for us to learn together. For this project, you will need a white tile, or computer paper or a sketchbook, a black pen. I do have a thicker one, a graphic one here, and a number 2 pencil, a tortillon, and then I have some glitter pens from Wexford in black and orange because it is October and Halloween's my favorite holiday. Okay, let's get started here. And I'm just going to take the pencil and lightly kind of mark in a dot for my center. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just kind of approximate there. And then I'm going to take just my regular black pen, and I'm using a Pigma pen 05 from Sakura because it's longer and it's easier for me to hold on to. And we are going to go straight to work with our black pen. And we are just going to make kind of like a U shape or a C shape, um, just a little bit above the, the little dot there. Okay. Then I'm going to rotate here and I'm going to do the one on the opposite side. So again, it's going to be a little bit above. And it's just a curve. And then one on each side. They don't have to be perfect. We can adjust for that later. All right. So that brings us back to where we started. Our next step is to put in kind of hollow ball style. We're going to run some like toothpicks on through either side. You want to have them a little longer than these. So I'm just going to start the straight line. When I come to what we already drew, I'm going to lift up the pen and go over to the other side and continue. And you want this to be a little above the lines that we drew before. I'm going to aura that like so. I'm going to rotate here and I'm going to do the same thing running through. All right. So you can see they're not all the same length, and that's okay because we will adjust for that a little later. The next step, so I think we're on step 3, is a little like this is the challenging step for me. So I'm going to go slowly. What we want to do is put in a curve that touches these. So we go through and put in a curve. And I'm just going to work my way around and do that on all of them. And I'm actually picking up on the other side where I left off. Again, I'm picking up the pen, traveling over, and I keep going. This one doesn't quite match, so I'm going to extend those a little bit and come back here. And the goal is going to be to match up to this one. Pretty good. And then we're simply going to aura that all the way around. And if you need to extend some lines, you can go ahead and do that. Make sure that kind of matches up. All right, once we have that step done, and now this is where it's kind of up to you. You can extend these a little longer or not, but we're going to put in these little loops or these little curves. And if you focus on what I'm doing, I'm going to go up a little and around and just stop, but I'm thinking ahead to how that's going to match up to this line here. Okay. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to come up and around and kind of match up to where that would be there. So that kind of looks like it's all connected. I'm going to rotate and do the same thing, coming up and around and aiming to match up to there. Same on the right-hand side, like that. So it looks all connected. It does take some practice and a lot of focus. But if you do this one step at a time, one stroke at a time, it's very doable. Again, aiming to match up to there. And then after that, we are simply going to aura around this whole shape. You can start anywhere you want. I'm going to start a little bit above here, so it's kind of even with the tops of these curves here. And I'm just going to come around and bring this in. And here's where you can actually choose. Do you want to come all the way down to the point, to a point here, which I kind of like to do. Or you can float it up here a little bit. So I actually like to come way down in there. And I'm aiming for the center of this area here. So we're just doing this very slowly. And then we'll just connect this up like that. So now we have our basic shape, our S-Bahn. And I like to actually add another aura all the way around it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And I'm going to make it maybe a little wider. Not much, but just a little wider. And if you're wondering how wide, it's probably half the width of my pen. So again, I'm just going very slowly, working my way around. Just enjoying the process. And I'm trying to keep this project as simple as possible because there are a lot of steps. And some of us are just learning. Doesn't that look cool? So we're going to add a little more detail to this. what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some stripes to this outer area here. So I'm just going to start by drawing a line down here and a line down here. I'm going to work on this section here. So I'm just going to add, let's see, lines. One, two, three, four, five. Let's just add one more in there, squish one more in there. And then let's go to our next section. So we're counting off 6 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're just working our way all the way around, always putting in this line first in the valley, and then putting in our other lines. And just keep working your way all the way around the S-Bahn tangle. And I'm at my last section. Alrighty. I'm going to trade out my black pen for the thicker graphic one. And I just want to add some drama by filling in these areas here. So sometimes I like to switch to a thicker pen, especially when I'm making a demo so that it's a little faster for you all. So let's just ink these in. And there's one more section here, one more area. This is the bottom. And the top. All right, cool. So we've got that filled in. And then I'm going to take my gel pens. I think I'll just start with the black glitter gel pen and then just start filling these in every other one. You don't need a glitter gel pen to do this. You can use anything you have on hand, or you can just use your regular black pen. You could use a colored pencils, you could use markers, whatever you prefer to work with. These are just fun for me, and I had picked these up at Walgreens a couple of, well, it's almost a year ago now. So they're pretty reasonably priced. So I'm just filling in every other little square here with the black glitter pen. Mhm. When you're working with gel pens, just be careful to allow some drying time because they do take a little extra time to dry sometimes. So got that filled in. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. Um, so it looks a little bit different from the area where we just did the regular black. Okay. I'm going to trade out the black glitter gel pen for an orange one. And you've probably already guessed that I'm going to fill in these areas with the orange. You don't have to use Halloween colors. You could use whatever colors you prefer. You could even think ahead and use Christmas colors, red and green, or you could do blue and silver. Um, maybe switch out for gold. So whatever colors you like, but I'm just in a Halloween mood. And this is super fun just filling these in and spending this time with you. I hope you're having a good day. just keep rotating as you go, and we'll get there in the end. All right, cool. We made it all the way around. I'll lift this up so you can kind of see it sparkle a little bit. Um, yeah, very cute. Now you have the option of you can choose to make this ring a different color if you'd like. And I'm trying to decide, maybe should I just fill that in with the orange? Maybe I should. Let's just go ahead and fill that in. Um, you don't have to, but I think it would be cute just to fill it in with the orange. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Gold would have been a nice choice too. I just didn't think ahead to get out my gold pen. Thought that would have been a really nice choice. Oops. I did get a little smear on there. That's okay. These do take a long time to dry. All right. And while that is drying, I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to add a little shading to these areas. And also above the ring. We can add a little shading on the outside. I'm going to go a little bit wider than I normally do. I usually keep it pretty close, but I'm going to pull it out a little bit. All right, then we just need our tortillon, and hopefully the gel area, the gel pen area is drier and won't smear, but as I demonstrated, sometimes it takes a long time for the gel pen areas to dry. All right, and then we'll go along the outside here. I'm kind of keeping the valleys pretty close to the piece, and these kind of petal areas I'm bringing out. So I'm going to do that for each one. I think this is our last one. Pull this out. All right. So there we have our cute little S-Bahn. We kept it pretty simple, but we added a little extra to that outer area there for some drama. And you can try different color combinations. And just a reminder that gel pens do take longer to dry. Let's take our pen now, and I'm actually just going to put my initials down in this area like that. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put my name, the date that we spent time together, which is going to be the 6th, and this is Inktober Tangles 2024. And it is day 6. And this one is just called S. It's a capital S. Bahn. Bahn. And that is by Midori Furuhashi. CZT. Thank you, Midori. Okay, so there we have our finished S-Bahn. It's very doable if you break the steps down and go slowly. We added a little bit of gel pen for some sparkle, because life is always better with a little bit of sparkle. And I did Halloween colors because I love Halloween. And it's October. Thank you for joining me. This was fun. This was fun. S-Bahn looks really complicated, but if you break it down, again, it's very, very doable. It just takes a little bit of practice, a little bit of patience, and be kind to yourself. All right, you guys are doing an awesome job. I'll be back for day 7, where we'll take a look at Xander, which we looked at earlier in the year. So I'll have to think of something different to do with Xander. But Xander is a fun border tangle. All right, have a great day. Keep practicing, and I will see you again. Remember, love you guys. Bye.